Right, so you've driven me here and you've talked about the mirrors, yeah?
Yes.
And you've given me the detail on the mirrors. So you said,
Why we check them, what
yeah,
we're
so
looking for.
yeah, you told me that you're checking the inside, the interior mirror for distance and speed. We're just about to turn left, so we're checking the interior mirror for distance and speed. We're checking the left mirror to see if any cyclists is there. If there was a cyclist there, I wouldn't pop the indicator on because I'd frighten them.
Yep.
And I certainly wouldn't turn in front of the cyclist because I'd squash him.
Have I said this to you on the move?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're turning right, we're checking the interior mirror again for distance and speed. Checking the right hand door mirror to see if anybody's overtaken us. If they were, I'd let them go. Because if I didn't, the consequences are, come to that bend there, they're going to be alongside me, somebody comes around the bend, somebody's going to die.
Yep.
Yeah? We're going around a parked car, I'm checking the interior mirror for distance and speed. The right hand door mirror again to see if anybody's overtaken me. If they were, I'd let them go, because if I didn't, I'm going to hit them as I move out.
Yeah.
As I move back in again, I'm checking the interior mirror to see the car that just passed. I'm checking the left-hand door mirror to make sure that car's doesn't move away.
Okay.
Because most cars have got blacked out windows nowadays, haven't they?
Yeah.
Got a Fiesta in front, and that is Fiesta, yeah.
Okay.
So it could actually move away without indicating or any sign of it movement in the car, and it hit me, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm generally checking my mirrors every 6-7 seconds. You know, I'm updating myself all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as you pull into the road, and I will tell you it's a suitable road, again you want to go a little bit. Don't forget the word picture is going to be that I've had one lesson last week. I've never met you before. I'm a beginner.
Yeah.
My lesson last week, the word picture would be I cover controls, yeah?
Okay.
You need to find out how far I got with the controls. Because I could have actually got to move not stopping on the controls, isn't it?
Okay.
Because there's the marking sheet, yeah? So
What if he says you've only got 2 mirrors?
he wouldn't say that.
He wouldn't? Okay.
He would normally say he got as far as starting the engine.
Yeah, because you're not going to
But-
distract and go back to another lesson.
But
yeah.
you must never assume.
Right, just
but-
ask.
But at the beginning of the controls lesson, you did ask me some good questions. A lot of people assume when I say I've never had a driving lesson before, but you did dig a bit deeper, yeah.
Okay.
And you found out that I've never driven a car, but I have ridden a bike. I have ridden the motorbike,
Yeah.
so I have got some
idea.
Yeah, some road, or it could be even a go kart, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would have some idea. But if you don't ask, they won't volunteer the information.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense? So, on the moving up and stopping, it's a step a little bit further along.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of prompting. So as I get into that side, which it would be, because you'll be driving the car to site.
Yeah, so when you
Yeah.
stop, you mean, yeah.
Yeah, can you remember last week how you put your seatbelt on? Oh yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
check you're doing the cockpit drill correctly.
Well, no, I'm talking about this side here. Yeah, it's when I get in the car that side.
Okay.
Can you remember last
Oh,
week how your instructor
yeah.
told you to put a seatbelt on? Oh yeah. Did he mention about the pedals on the floor? Oh yeah.
Oh, he said
yeah,
not
don't
to touch
them.
them,
Yeah.
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 Okay.
If you don't mention it, he will. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you get to the road where you're going to stop,
Mm.
before you come to a stop, can you remember last week what your instructor said about keeping your hands in your lap? Don't
Yeah.
take your seatbelt off. Don't touch the door. Oh
Good.
yeah. He said don't touch anything until you stop.
It's still
Yeah.
control, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's prompting. It's prompting now. Yeah.
Okay.
Because your instructor last week would have put some money in the bank for you.
Okay.
You can start taking that money out today. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you haven't got any money in the bank at the moment, he put some money in for you. Yeah.
Okay.
So he knows that you should know what he done last week on a controls lesson, yeah?
Yeah.
So you just assume that he had a perfect controls lesson last week.
Okay.
And just remind me how you got out the door again? Oh yeah, I'm going to grab this handle here.
And where are you going to look before you open
I'm
the
going
door,
to put my
Tony?
fingers here.
Yeah.
And remember when he puts his fingers there, especially on a controls lesson,
Mm.
don't pull the handle. Just make sure he doesn't get a chance to move.
Don't pull the
Yeah.
handle, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay.
And make sure he does look. He needs to look ahead and behind him, yeah?
Yeah.
And explain to him why he's holding that, holding it like that. Because if the wind does catch the door,
You've got more control of holding it, pulling
Yeah.
it sharp.
yeah, there's no good saying to him, "This is your shortest arm," yeah, because he's going to say to you, "I'm sorry, but both my arms are the same length," yeah. but by holding the grab handle like this,
Yeah.
it makes your arm shorter, yeah.
The restrictor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, if the wind catches the door, then it's
You've
not
got
going
more
to fly out your
control.
hand,
Yeah.
And obviously make sure you close the door behind you.
Because the window blow open
Or,
again.
or, can you remember what you done with the door after you get out of the car last week. Oh yeah, I closed it.
There's so much.
And why is that?
Questions, isn't it?
Oh, I closed it because if I leave it open,
The wind blow it open.
or a partially sighted person may walk out in that driveway and walk into the door. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he gets around here, you ask
What
him.
about the back though? Do you say like where are we gonna exit? Where are we gonna walk? Or just say I'll meet you around the back, Tony. We've said about the doors
Yeah,
closing it.
Yeah. Just make sure he doesn't walk around the front of the car. He walks around the back of the car,
Okay.
and just ask him as he walks around the car, what's he going to look at? Well, he's going to look at the two back doors, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just have a little pull of the boot as he goes past to make sure it's closed.
Okay.
It's just.
They like you involving them, right?
Yeah. A lot of people are really frightened of letting the
Examiner do things.
or even the pupil letting them have a fiddle with the boot lid. Yeah, let them have a play with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they eventually going to have to do it on their own, aren't they? And then when he gets in here, then you just prompt him on the cockpit drill because he would have done it last week. Can you remember how you set yourself up?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'll move this seat, yeah, and then I'll check my steering, yeah,
Mhm.
and then I'll put my seatbelt on, and just watch him as he's putting the seatbelt on, and
Okay.
just ask him.
What
what's
are you gonna
important-
test it for?
Yeah, make sure that it's not. Don't be tempted to lean across and do it for them, yeah. If they get it twisted, because especially on the control system, they will always twist it, yeah.
What should I say then? Feed your
Ru-
thumb
run
through
a
and
thumb
straighten
along
it
it,
out.
yeah. It's. I mean, okay. Mark at Luton, you're a pretty girl. He's gonna.
Yeah, you won't mind me leaning over.
Yeah. He let you in on for 10 minutes. I mean, Debs will tell you that she got 10 minutes of sorting your seatbelt out, yeah. But at the end, he is actually going to come back and mention it,
Okay.
and it could drop your score from a 6 to a 5.
Yeah, we don't want that.
But if there's a bloke sitting there, he's going to get off, yeah. It's different kettle of fish, yeah. But obviously, he's he's a human being, so he's gonna have a little bit of a laugh and a joke with you. So he's gonna think, well, I'll let her sort it out for me now, but I'll tell her off later on, yeah.
Okay.
But if you're a bloke, you won't get anywhere near him, yeah.
Okay.
You draw that line,
Yeah.
because don't forget, it's even important between two females,
Yeah.
yeah.
You gotta have that line on
Yeah.
side of the car, on one side of the car.
And even two males, just got to be careful.
So if he does twist it, how correct it?
Well, tell him, talk him through how to do it.
Okay.
Yes, the
Don't
twist.
me do it, talking
twi-
through it.
Yeah, the twist is normally going to be at the top. Just run a thumb along it, yeah.
Okay.
He's not going to twist it so it's completely.
He's just gonna do it to check
uncorrectable.
that I've picked up on that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
if you get him to bring the buckle out to the steering wheel,
Mm.
yeah. And obviously, he is going to try and get his arm underneath it.
Yeah.
Just watch him. Lean forward and watch him. If he gets the belt dropped over his shoulder,
Mm.
yeah. And if you do talk him through it properly, he can't even get a twist in it
Okay.
because you can see it. And then when he plugs it in, and then just tell him just to have a brief check of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And if he's telling the reason why it's important is that it's not twisted, and it's important to feed it back so it doesn't take the window out or him in the face, or if it's a 3-door car, and it's hanging on the floor slightly as he gets out, he's going to trip over the
Trip
bloody thing, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing I say to you is when you get in the car for a controls lesson,
Yeah.
and then moving up and stopping, is push your seat right back before you get out.
Oh, because if he's bigger than me, he's gonna be like right on the steering wheel.
Well, he's going to be stuck on the road, isn't he?
Yeah.
Trying to squeeze in the car, yeah.
So
I'm not,
ping it all the way back, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mark's not massively tall, but some of the SEs are. If it was Ian, he's very tall.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, the last thing he wants to be doing
Happy
is trying.
joke.
Say.
Happy joke.
Yeah. The last thing he wants to be doing is having him standing out on the road there, and I can't get in. Yeah. Yeah. It's just out of courtesy, just push the seat back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what size they are. Then they'd be able to get in because they're gonna have to adjust the seat anyway. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So we're on the brief for the moving up and stopping. So we talked about the mirrors, and you've watched me set myself up, and I've done everything correctly now because you prompted me,
Yep.
and then you prompted me on the mirrors. Yeah, can you remember how you just did it last week? Oh yeah. Bob said I was to grab it by the edge here, and he said don't don't leave my fingerprints all over the glass. And he said always to use this as a picture frame and use the back window as a picture and put the frame around the picture and make sure it's hanging straight.
That's good.
Yeah?
Sounds like you had a good controls lesson,
That's
Tony.
good. Yeah. Right, so we go on to the
The brief.
for the moving, not and stopping, yeah?
Okay. So today, Tony, with moving off and stopping,
Right.
we're going to use a routine called POM. It stands for prepare, observe, and move.
All right.
Okay. So firstly, we're gonna prepare the car. So we select the appropriate gear, clutch down, first gear, finding our biting point. We're gonna explain this more on the move, how to get your bite. Then we're gonna get our biting point. Then we're gonna release the handbrake. We're gonna, at this point, when the car's ready and it wants to move off, we're gonna do our all-round observations. So hand on the handbrake, ready to release it, ready to go. Before we release that handbrake, we're gonna check our all-around check. So over our left shoulder, left mirror, centre mirror, looking ahead, right exterior, and between the pillar and the headrest, our right blind spot. When it's safe, we're gonna release the handbrake. We're gonna go forward, keeping our feet still on the pedals. Slow car, so we want to be travelling very slowly, and we're going to steer over to the right and then steer back again. I'm going to tell you exactly on the move how much I want you to steer and when I want you to steer back. Then we're going to take our feet off the pedals, and then we're going to find somewhere called Scalp, a safe, convenient and legal place to pull over on the left.
Right.
I'll tell you where that place will be. We don't want it to be blocking somebody's drive on yellow lines, or it don't want to cause any inconvenience to others.
This detail can come later on, couldn't it?
Okay, yeah. And then we're going to find somewhere to pull over on the left. I'll tell you where on the move.
What does PTO stand for?
What's it stand for?
Please turn
PTO?
over.
Oh, okay. What's that?
Yes, yeah.
Mirrors.
It's
I'm
called
not going
moving
right
off
into
and
details
stopping, yeah?
of it.
No.
Okay.
It's called moving off and stopping, yeah?
Yeah.
There's your POM routine for moving off.
Moving off. Okay, yeah. Oh, and stopping. Okay.
It's a good idea if you show me how to stop on the same day as moving off, yeah?
That's all right. Okay, right. Stopping.
Yeah.
So we're on the move now. We found a safe and legal place to stop. I told you
Right, so to stop the car, we're going to use what routine?
we're going to use our mirrors. So we're going to check our centre mirror.
So we're going to use the mirror signal position speed look routine,
Okay,
yeah?
MSPSL, mirror
Yeah.
signal position speed look routine. So we're going to check our centre mirror, left door mirror. We're going to decide whether we need a signal depending on if anybody's around, if it benefit other road users, and then we're going to think about our positioning. So on the move, I'll tell you where to steer, but obviously we'll be coming over to the left, back to you, and then straightening the car, straightening the wheels. We'll brake gently, and then we're
going to cover the brake.
We're going to cover the brake, and then we'll put the clutch down just before we're going to come to a halt and brake fully. Okay, and then look. We need to make
let's
sure.
secure it first.
Oh, handbrake and then neutral.
Yeah. And then we're going to look around us.
We're going to look around us and check that we're not in a
Safely, convenient.
that we're in a safe,
Yeah.
convenient, and legal place to stop
Yeah. So we're going to discuss that as we get there.
as we get there.
And what's this picture?
Parked vehicles.
No, it's
What's the R?
reference.
Oh, reference point.
Yeah.
We're going to get a parking reference point, Tony, today.
Alright.
We're going to do that on the move. So we get one for a normal driving position, are we? Or just for parking?
I'm not really that too worried about normal driving position because you're
Okay.
going to be talking through the steering.
So do we do that first?
Yeah. So you know, sitting in your normal driving position, Tony. Where does the curb cut into the car?
Where does the curb cut into the car, Tony, from where you're sitting in your normal driving
just about
position?
there, anyway, that's probably
Just
a bit-
about there. So remember that.
Yeah.
And when we actually do the stopping part of the moving off and stopping, we can use that reference point where the curb lines up to.
I wouldn't actually go as far as letting me use that
No.
in its early stages. Yeah. I would talk me in, and then we can recheck the reference point afterwards.
When you're
Yeah.
a bit, when I'm prompting you,
Yeah.
we're not guided.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be up to you to guide me in because if you think about a real student, you wouldn't allow them to.
Do it on their own. I need this at home, innit?
Sorry?
You've messed me up without my notes.
You don't need them.
Okay.
Right, so,
What's all this though? Do I need to say anything about this?
no, that's the consequences over there, but I'm not too worried about that because we're going to cover that in the move, yeah?
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So if you check the book in the back. Right, I'm just going to just drive you around the corner here before we go into the road.
Okay.
I'll just make sure that we've got enough room to do the move, not stopping. It's turned so cold today, isn't it? Yesterday was lovely, wasn't it?
I want it to be sunny. It's meant to be summer and it's like this.
Hopefully it'll come soon.
You going on holiday at all, Tony?
No, unless you're booking a holiday in Barbados and taking us.
I haven't been on holiday for that 2 years. I need to go.
Not even about 5 years.
Need to go. That'd be your treat then. If I pass, I'll be like, "Woo, Tony got on."
Yeah, let's go on Barbados. Yeah, you'd probably leave me babysitting every night, wouldn't you? Well, you're not getting
Yeah, that's
drunk.
a good idea.
Yeah, cheers, thanks. I love you too. Right, so I've got myself all set up. I'm
Okay.
basically all ready to go, yeah?
Yes. Right, Tony. So first of all, do you remember I said we're going to be using the POM routine?
Yeah.
Which I said is prepare, observe, move. So prepare, we need to get the car ready and set the...
Yeah, so can you remember
the
last
car
week
up.
how to start the engine?
Do you remember how to start the engine?
I've got to check, this is up. I've got to give this a good shake, haven't I?
Yes. So,
I used to
start
turn
the
the key and
engine.
then let go of it.
okay. Right, so prepare. So now we're going to use your left foot and put the clutch all the way down.
Alright, yeah.
And then we're going to select first gear. So
Alright.
palm it out. Put it back into...
Alright.
You're going to palm the gear over the palm
Alright.
gear and then up.
Right.
Okay. Right, so we've prepared the car. Now we're going to find our biting
Hang
point.
on. This is where the detail comes in, yeah? It's important to get first gear.
It's important to get first
Because
gear.
if you try pulling away in third gear,
The car will stall.
exactly. Yeah?
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. Next we're going to find our biting point.
No, we're going to set the gas first.
We're going to set the gas
Yeah.
first, Tony.
So we're going to set the
Sorry.
gas.
In pound coin increment.
Sorry, we missed out on one thing. We missed
What?
out on two things.
Oh, this going terrible.
If I know what I started about, I'll charge you for this. We didn't do a consolidation at the end of the brief.
But what's that?
Well, you're going to have
Any questions you want to ask me,
no
Tony?
consolidation about. There's two things we need to consolidate. Sorry about that. It's my fault, not yours.
What?
Is steering and braking. Yeah.
Right.
So I wouldn't know what cover the brake means.
So I do that before.
Yeah. So
we-
cover the brake means, Tony. Just put your foot over it, but don't press it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the steering?
Yeah. The steering, we're going to have to consolidate some steering because
Pardon me. On the move.
no, we're going to have to consolidate before we move because there's no good you saying
Steer.
steer to the right because I'm going to be over there. I'm like
Yeah.
steer back to me. I'm going to be coming back to you fully. Yeah.
Okay.
So as you mentioned on the controls lesson,
yeah.
using the steering wheel as face of a clock.
Imagine the top of it to be 12.
Yeah, if you hold your hands like this, and you're going to ask me to steer 5 minutes,
5 minutes.
yeah?
Yep.
And then you're going to ask me to steer 10 minutes, which is back to straight, and then 5 minutes,
5 minutes.
and then straight. Yeah?
Okay, so 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah? That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I say it to you like that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because otherwise if you say steer right to pull
So that's
away.
always at the end. So
Yeah, yeah, do the consolidation at the
consolidate.
end is probably more important than the brief, and yeah, because we move positions, I forgot to mention it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'd be really important because otherwise, once we start moving,
You don't know what I'm on about.
well, if you say steer right, I'll just steer fully to the right, and before we know, we're going to be over there, aren't we?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, Tony. Do you remember how you started the car last
Oh,
lesson?
yeah, I'll check this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So first of all, in our routine is prepare. So we're gonna select the clutch all the way down with the left
All
foot.
right, yeah.
First gear.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we wanna put it into neutral.
All right.
It's important to get into first and not third because we might stall. It won't come away from third.
All right.
Okay. So we wanna
I'll
palm
go
the gear
palm
lever over to
forward,
me
yeah,
and up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So now we wanna add a little bit of gas. So
Add a
on,
little bit.
on the gas pedal,
Yeah.
a little bit,
A little bit.
a little bit,
A little bit.
and then the clutch.
Hang on. I'm not going to go with a little bit, am I?
How much then? A pound coin width.
Yeah, think of it as a pound coin,
A pound coin width, yeah. And then the
yeah.
clutch
okay.
pedal,
Right, hang on, I've done the gas, yeah?
a little little bit less than that. Yeah, I should look at that, innit? No,
Yeah,
too
no, you
much,
don't.
Tony.
Just ease off about the half thickness of pound coin.
Ease off the thickness of pound
No,
coin.
I'll tell you, on every manoeuvre they're going to have a play with this, yeah?
Right.
Don't panic.
I
Now,
am.
it's important, Tony, we don't have too much gas,
Right.
because when we let the handbrake off,
We're going to be
the
shooting
car's
off.
going to shoot down the road. And as we haven't practiced any steering yet, it's not going to be fun, is it? Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so if you now keep your foot still.
Keep the feet still, please, Tony.
So now we're going to bring the clutch up, how much?
A centimetre per
Show me again.
second. A centimetre
Right.
per second.
Another centimetre,
And then another one.
another one,
Another one.
another one,
Another one.
another one.
Keep your
Bring it
foot
up again,
down a
bro.
little bit.
A little
Hold
bit
it
means
there.
nothing.
What should I say then?
Down the thickness of a pound coin.
Down the things. Okay.
Now keep your feet still.
Keep your feet still, Tony. Don't move them. Okay, right now we're going to do that all around.
Detail. It's important, Tony.
It's important, Tony, to keep your feet still.
No, it's important we don't have the clutch.
Clutch too high,
Yeah,
because when you release the handbrake, we're going to
Good
shoot
girl.
off.
yeah,
Okay, so we want to keep
And
it,
if
and
you-
not too low, because we'll roll back, because
Good
we're
girl.
gravity.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really important,
Got to say all this stuff in it.
and it's the same in the manoeuvres.
Right.
Even though they've done this moving on and stopping, by the time they get to manoeuvres, they'll always set too much gas.
Okay.
They'll always set too much clutch.
Yeah.
All they're looking for is
You to explain why and
for
what
you
could
not to
happen.
panic. Ease the gas off half the thickness of a pound coin. Ease the clutch down the thickness of a pound coin. If we don't, when we let the handbrake down,
Shoot off.
they'll play along with you then, yeah?
Okay.
In the same way, when you told me to move the gear lever towards you and push it forward, because it's important, because we try and move it away in
Can't move
third
off.
gear, we're going to stop, yeah?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll be peeing you off.
Keep doing it.
I keep getting through it all the time. You're going to go. I'm going to hit you in a minute, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
so I've got the gas and set, clutch and gas set.
Okay,
yeah?
so we need to keep our feet still.
Yeah.
We said why. You don't want to lift the clutch up, you'll be shooting off.
Yeah.
You don't want to have it too low or we'll be rolling back.
Yeah.
We've got gravity against us. We're going to do our all-round observations now.
Right. Now, just talking about the observations, I know for your part two, no, I don't know who trained you for your part two. Who trained you?
Red.
Yeah, I know they probably tell you to do a 6-point check, yeah?
Yeah.
It's,
What do I say then?
well, examiners are not always looking for 6-point check, yeah? I mean, okay, a lot of people tell you differently, yeah?
Okay.
But the way I always consider it is that to do a 6-point check where it's not necessary
Yeah.
is delaying things, and
Right.
I could miss an opportunity to go when I could,
Yeah, yeah.
So unless I know there's people standing there or a bunch of kids having a fag or a beer or whatever, well then I only need to do the interior mirror,
Yeah.
because obviously there's not much
Oh,
point.
because we're going right, isn't it? So that
well,
mirror on
do
that.
the interior mirror, because there's not much point in me starting the observations if I've got 20 cars behind me, yeah?
Yeah.
Then I check the left-hand door mirror,
Yeah.
and what I'm looking for there